Hello everyone, Starscreamo 65, and today I will be bringing you a review of Transformers Collectors Club exclusive Deluxe Class Predacon Rampage. Rampage here is a repaint and a head remold of the Transformers Prime First Edition Deluxe Class Megatron. And although I don't have that figure, for comparison, here Rampage is with the Voyager Class Rot in Disguise Megatron from Transformers Prime. Megatron is much larger. Take Megatron away. So Rampage is a very striking figure. There's a lot of paint on him, from this violet color to molded orange plastic to the silver down here on, if you want to call it the nose cone. Some yellow paint here on the thrusters, though the paint is a little bit heavy on mine here. You have the head poking out just like a Megatron, a little more than Megatron actually. The head's a little bit taller and a little bit smaller. You get the gun here, which can be detached, and it attaches via this front slot here, and it'll peg in up here. Probably remove that for now. But yeah, and he has this orange that fades into red. See that down here? And it looks really nice, and he feels really heavy to me, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know what the weight of the Megatron version of this mold was, but he has a nice heft to him, and that's nice. Come back here to the back. You have his feet, and you have the interior of his forearms, which, if you look closely, it looks like they're maybe molded in thrusters there, which is kind of cool. So, yeah. Go to the underside. Now you see the inside of his legs, whereas the Voyager class Megatron, the inside of the legs were up top. And then you have the arms down here. The center of balance is a little odd. It's not as flat as Megatron. You have to have him resting on his shoulder spikes there. So, yeah, he looks really cool. It's really well done. Alright. So to look at the gun real fast, or the fusion cannon in Megatron's case, you got a translucent purple piece here, silver tip, and it's just black, and you can flip out the handle, which is molded red plastic. And that'll be used in robot mode. Alright, so to transform Rampage, first you want to flip in the wing tips here, like so, which are actually quite hard to get out. I'm going to scoot the camera back a little bit and raise the camera so you can see all the transformation. Okay. Next, you want to unpeg the wing and unpeg the foot. Pegs in down here, and it pegs in up here. And if you get the leg loosened, you can then flip the leg around, and so you want to bring it over this hinge here. Bring it over. The clearance is not very good. I don't want to break this. I'll move the heel spur down, that might help. Yeah, that helped, okay. No, did it? My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. There we are, okay. You have to make sure that this, where the pin is here, you have to make sure that that fits into the slot made for it there, otherwise this won't go in. Okay, so there's one leg done. Take the other leg, loosen the wing up, push the heel spur back, detach the leg from the side of the jet, and then collapse this part into the leg, like so. There we are. And then you want to bring these front parts of the jet up, like so. They'll unpeg from this position down here within themselves. Bring the abdomen piece up, peg it in, and then you want to take this entire waist assembly here, and you're going to move it forward, and it will peg in. Then you can bring the legs around and stand him up. Oh, I should probably fix these feet here first before I attempt to do that. I will note now his joints are very, very stiff, and that's very nice, especially his feet. So he doesn't wobble around like my Megatron. I want to stand right now, I don't know why. Okay. Then you want to come up here to the top. You want to raise this bit over his head, revealing the rest of his head. Peg the arms back here, and you want to bring this piece this way so that this black piece goes into the arm, and that this arm does not clip, but when you bring this one back, the black piece will clip into the rest of the red forearm, like so. Then you want to bring this red piece up. Let's see. It's just hard to get a good camera angle. In here, there are two pegs, and you need to take the thruster bits and you need to fold them inward so that they fit into those pegs to make the backpack. Just want to, in a double hinge, so you just want to bring it up, then in. It's hard to do on camera, so I'll do it off camera. I got one thruster in place. Alright, and I got the other thruster in place. So, once you have the thrusters in place like so, you then just collapse the red piece to cover the head on top. Then you want to bring the arms out, like so. You should probably move the chest pieces. These don't want to... There we are. Okay, so you bring the entire back assembly down behind his head, making his head level to the chest, or perpendicular to the chest, and bring the chest pieces, or try to bring the chest pieces up. He's a lot more fidgety than the Voyager one is, because his parts are smaller, and he pulls off about the same transformation. So bring the chest pieces up. Come on. Okay, there we are. And then you want to... Now the chest piece, because it isn't as loose as the first Megatron Megatron, it does stay in place a bit better. So you have these purple slots, or purple pegs here, and they'll slot into the inside of his chest pieces, like so, on both sides. And then you can position his shoulders, rotate his forearms around, extend the shoulder spikes if they're not already extended. And there you have Rampage in his robot mode. And to start, in initial pictures that I saw of test shots and in-hand photos from TFW, his head looked way too small. And it may look too small to you here on camera, but it really isn't that bad in person. I am quite satisfied with the head size, and I have no problem with it. I believe it's necessitated by transformation, due to the fact that it has to fit inside this hole here. But no, and it's a very nice head sculpt. Very, very, very nice head sculpt. And despite its size, it is very, very detailed. Take a focus on it. There we got it go. And there aren't really any mistakes on paint on my head, which is nice. So his head is very poseable, so we'll start with posability here. It is on this neck piece that raises the head up, and it's got a nice ball joint. It can go that much to the left, that much to the right, and it can rotate, although it can't go forward or backward because of the shin piece and this back collar piece here. It's got ball jointed shoulders, and the shoulders themselves can move up and down like so, although that will unhinge the back piece. You have a bicep swivel. You got an odd elbow joint. It doesn't want to stay like that. How I put it? It has two positions, down here and up here. Otherwise, it won't stay in between that well. I guess you call this three. But then you have, for transformation, you have a black piece elbow joint, like so. Well, it looks kind of odd because you have this piece hanging back out here behind the joint. And then he does have a wrist swivel to a certain degree, but it's hindered by this gauntlet here on his arm. He has no articulation. He's got ball jointed hips. He's got a knee swivel, or above the knee swivel. He has a nice knee, and all of his toes can move, although the front two move together. One thing I will note, I don't care for, is that the knee pieces here, the knee spikes, unlike the Voyager class Megatron, are not built into the lower part of his leg. They're built into his size, so when you move his leg like this, they're still stuck up there. It's not a huge issue, but I would say move with the leg, or with the lower part of the leg, I should say, beneath the knee. And for his weapon in this mode, if you want him to look like Megatron, you can flip the handle inward, and you can peg it into his, it'd be his right arm, left on camera. And it doesn't look bad. But I believe it invokes Megatron too much, and having the fusion cannon on the arm is Megatron's thing, so I prefer to unpeg it, flip the handle out, and use it as a handgun. Which, for me, it only likes to peg in on his right arm, not on his left for some reason. Though, as far as I'm concerned, the structure of both of his hands are exactly the same. Peg it into his hand. There we are. In my opinion, that looks nice. And it's a nice big kind of pistol blaster gun. So it's nice. I like it. Alright, so for comparison, here he is with his Nemesis Depth Charge, last year's Transformers Collectors Club membership exclusive figure. So the Rampage, if you join my March 16th of this year, although I bet that they'll have extras in the club store and probably at BotCon this year. But look, nice. The Rampage is taller and is much more stackier, although that's fitting because Rampage is Rampage. I don't have the original Rampage figure to show Rampage off with, but I think this mold is a good fit for Rampage. When I initially saw the photographs, the photoshopped images of this mold being Rampage, I didn't know if it would work, and I never really thought of it before, but it worked really well in person, and I am really pleased with it. And Rampage is my favorite Beast Wars character, so this is a really nice representation of him, and I'm very pleased. One thing I will quickly note, he has an X here for Protoform X, that is he. On his chest here, instead of a Predacon symbol, because this would be his pre-Earth form before he was technically a Predacon. Alright, so this has been the video review for Transformers Collectors Club membership exclusive figure Rampage. This is the Starscream 065. Thank you very much and take care.